Alright, welcome everybody. Top 10 Duel Masters finishers. This is a pretty random video if you don't know what Duel Masters is. But hopefully the algorithm will recommend Duel Masters fans this video, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. But this is funny because it's probably one of my most one of the videos I'm most excited about to do and talk about. I absolutely love talking about this card game. But yeah, it's gonna completely probably not get any views. So you know what? I don't even care, man. Um, so let's get some honorable mentions. Fighter Dual Fang comes in at 18. Um, hey, a cool card, mostly a card that's used to deal with Alzonius, and so it's not really a finisher. It's not really used by many decks. It's mostly just a tech card and some control decks to deal with bigger cards. The +2 mana is cool, but overall it's a really cool card. It's not one of the strongest cards, but it's definitely not a bad card. Kaiser Basaku at 17 can be used in tribal and jungle decks, light water nature, or not, no, light fire nature tempo decks, and yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's blocker, which doesn't really, it's a nice little versatile card in that way, and fire stealth, it's most of the time going to be getting through unblocked. But the 8/5 is actually pretty nice. It can deal with a lot of 8,000 power finishers. There's a lot of kind of 8,000 power finishers, as you'll see. Number 16, we have Crystal Lancer. Just overall a really solid finisher. I wouldn't say it's like A tier, but it's I would say it's a B tier finisher. It's got the good liquid people bait, and just can't be blocked. It's pretty strong. Can be strong in tempo decks, but there are stronger finishers, obviously. So 14 Phantomac, pretty strong finisher for the Phantomac deck, with Earth Power and CVH did the tournament. It made it to top 4. It's a pretty strong deck, but it can get kind of dismantled by control decks. And but no, I mean, it's, I'm glad that it's 6,000, and yeah, it's just kind of, I think 14 is a perfect spot for it. It's like very kind of the middle of the tier of what we're looking at with these finishers. Valrika Dragon is a cool card used in dragon decks, used in rub control decks, can get your Bulmedius out. And yeah, it's kind of like a nice little Valrika chain, as you call it, and not really a finisher, more of the card that you're looking to search out your Bulmedius, obviously. But sometimes it can just be a 7,000 double breaker that's hard to deal with, especially if you can get another one on board and another dragon. I think it's a cool card. I like it a lot. It's solid. Then we got Hydrus. Yeah, Hydrus is a very good card. I mean, it's easily the best evolution to come out of that. Well, it's definitely the best multicolored evolution in the game out of 12 sets. And yeah, it just makes, all your Cyberlords and Hedrians big and unblockable, and comes out pretty early. So yeah, and then we got Crystal Paladin, one of my favorite cards. Just bounces all the blockers. 5,000. I've seen it win a lot of games, just like Hydrus. I've seen Paladin come down and be powerful against control decks, especially when you get them down to like 1 or 0 shields. It's just a very powerful card. Just missed out of the top 10, so let's get in the top 10. Number 10, we have Twin Cannon Sky Terror. Had to kind of have it in number 10, right on the edge, barely making it in, but still just a very strong card. Just the speed attacker sort of ability is a very strong thing in the game. A lot of finishers would be good in the game, but they're just immediately removed, basically. And they don't have an extra, they give your opponent a turn to deal with it. This card, it just comes down and gets the work done. I like that. So so yeah, it's at least breaking 4 shields, if you're well, at best, it's probably breaking 4 shields. It's at least breaking 2. Crazed Valkyrie, a very, very strong evolution. The 7-5 is a nice thing. It can deal with a lot of 7,000 finishers as we've seen before, but it also can get taken out by a lot of 8,000 finishers. So that's an unfortunate thing. If it was 8,000, that'd be pretty ridiculous. But the tapping ability is very strong, very versatile in the game. You can deal with the board, or you can go for shields. And yeah, it's just a good card to have come down when you need it, when you need to get your board stronger. Not upper tier though. Number 8, Bazagazil. Yeah, it's kind of a tech card, more of a tech card, less of a finisher, but I've seen it close out games. It's just you just get into the pattern of just dropping it each turn, and just like sometimes it can just close games. It works really well with Cryptic Totem, but yeah, I kind of had to just view it as a finisher actually, because it is versatile in that it can attack untapped creatures. So it's just basically like this dragon spell guy that's just pretty deadly. All right, number 7, Warlord Alzonius coming down turn 5. Yeah, this is like the definition of like a good finisher. Now we're like really getting into really good finishers. And it cannot be targeted by any spells. So that is a huge thing in the game, because most of these finishers can just be dealt with very easily. But when you're getting into upper tier finishers, this is definitely one of the best. Maybe even should have been higher, to be honest. But the fact that it's evolution is always means that it's vulnerable. The bait can be wiped out. But yeah, 5 for 8. That's pretty strong. Everybody knows Alzonius. Alcadius, one of the coolest cards in the game, and if you can get it out, and I've thought about trying to make decks where you're running just a light nature or a light water nature, and theoretically you could get this card out on turn 5 if you were running Bronze Arm Tribe and Ancient Hunter. I think that's what it's called. It's the evolution card where it just is any race, and that is like in my opinion, kind of a must if you're going to run an Alcadius deck. And when it comes down, there's going to be nothing that's going to match its power, so you don't even need to worry about that. 12-5 is absolutely outrageous, and then it can only really be bounced by Surfer or the other fish thing. So there's really no way to deal with it. It would be higher, but again, the fact that it's evolution for Angel Commands is makes it tough to get out. But if you can get it out as early as possible, it's a game breaking card. You love to see it. You love to see it terrorize control decks. That's what I'll say. And just any other deck, any other mid-range deck can terrorize that. All right, number 5, Blue Mercus, Flare Guardian. Yeah, I've seen this card do a lot of cool things just with its the ability to use your opponent's spells against them, or creatures, depending on what shield trigger it is, and then just being able to see the cards that you're breaking from shields is nice. And yeah, man, they made it 8-5, which is really impressive. Again, can get over a lot of the other finishers that you're seeing. So it's a strong one. It is definitely, in my opinion, had to be top 5 good in a lot of control decks or kind of tempo decks. Magma Dragon Jigalzor, yeah, a really good tempo card. Kind of much better than Twin Cannon in a lot of ways, just because it comes out earlier, and it just gives every creature speed attacker if you can manage to break a shield with another creature. And man, yeah, I've seen it win a lot of games. That's just when you're really getting into these I mean, really top 10. Yeah, I mean, that's why these cards are all top 10. I've seen all these finishers, these big beast creatures steal games, take games, and that's what they're supposed to do. So Jigalzor is very strong. Number 3, Cryptic Totem. Some people would probably have this higher. Uh, for me, the 6,000 power makes it a little vulnerable. And but yeah, I mean, in foul control, it's very strong. And yeah, just taking out your opponent's ability to use shield triggers is huge. And you can just swing for game in either 1 or 2 turns. Put them on a 1 or 2 turn game clock. And yeah, I've definitely seen it take a lot of games. Fortress Shell, number 2, very strong card. Some people wouldn't even call it a finisher, but my kind of criteria is like if it's 5,000, it's it's pretty big, and it's a finisher is just any big creature that's just doing damage to the opponent, and this definitely does serious damage by destroying 2 cards in the mana zone. And obviously, Fortress burn decks, mana burn decks are very strong, so it had to be very, very high. I mean, I think, the mana burn deck is easily a top 3 deck in the game. So, it had to be very high. The ability to soul swap this out, and I should say soul swapping Jigalzor out is very powerful as well. Number 1, Billion Degree Dragon. Man, I've seen it steal so many games over the years, and when it comes down, it's like, oh my god, 15,000, how are you dealing with that? Just absolutely game-breaking card, one of the best cards they've ever printed. And just a magnificent dragon. No, I'm kidding. This card is garbage. This card is the card art is awesome. The idea for the card. No, who do we got number 1? You already know who number 1 is. Bomedius. This card is badass on every level. This card is just badass, man. It didn't really even occur to me like maybe a couple years ago, where I was like, okay, not only are you dealing with you're dealing with the shield trigger, you're getting rid of your opponent's shield trigger abilities, but you're also taking them out of a hand. Because one of the cool things, one of the things that makes Duel Masters a cool game is that when you break shields, you kind of reload your hand and you have more options. Well, this card just freaking devastates the opponent, and not only you bypass the shield trigger, but you don't give them a hand. And so it's like when you're playing a control deck and you want this guy to come out, I mean, and you're set up well to where you've ideally already kind of nullified the opponent's board or hand or even mana. When this guy just starts swinging, it's like, dude, you just you're just it's the ultimate finisher that they made, I think. It was in Earth Power and CVH's tournament, and it was one of the finishers in the Turbo Burn deck, which I think was just ridiculously strong, the Turbo Burn deck. And Bomedius actually closed out a lot of games in that Turbo Burn deck. So yeah, I had to have number 1. It's also just you can play it in any deck really if you want a finisher. So yeah, that's the list. Let me know what you thought down below, and hopefully this reached the right audience. But I'm expecting this video to get like, I don't know, maybe 5 views, but I enjoyed doing it. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.